Oh dear.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What's up?
Oh,
Hello.
we good?
Yep. TeamSpeak lit up for everybody.
Okay, somebody was babbled. I guess it was just
Yeah, what was the funky
loading
babble
issues.
Sometimes it kicks off weird. Wait, am I babbling?
No, you're
You're
good.
good. You're good. You're
Oh,
good.
okay.
You're good now.
Sometimes
it
it
was at
takes
the
a
start.
second to load in.
Yeah, it was just at the very start.
Cool. So welcome to Tactics Tuesday, everybody. This is going to be kind of a cut and dry on basic CQB and urban ops principles that are going to be applicable to the way we play our game, our play style, and what's kind of possible within Arma's mechanics, and also just the game theory of what's going to be broadly applicable for you here. Obviously, you know, suppression's a little less effective in a game world than actually having rounds going over your head, stuff like that. So I want to kick things off with just some core CQB principles, and I'll kind of throw it out to the class to start off and just shout it out as you think it. But what is it that you think makes CQB so difficult, just as a general premise? You're breaching a house, you're stacking up with your team to go inside there. What are the complicating factors you run into that make CQB extremely casualty producing? Nothing romantic about it.
Very quick reaction time needed.
Okay, so yes, extremely fast reaction time, high intensity pace.
Yeah.
You're trying to clear through rooms as quick as you can while also being slow enough that you're not getting ahead of yourself, tripping on your own thoughts. That's a good one. Any other thoughts?
You basically can't plan it.
Yeah, bad guy knows where you're coming from.
That's the one I'm looking for. Beautiful. So the big one there is that the defender has every major advantage in CQB. They're already in place, they already have keyholes, and they're going to try and focus and funnel you through every disadvantage that they can, whether that means obstacles and furniture or bad angles in your way or pushing you through fatal funnels. The defender has every advantage when you're pushing through CQB. So your obligation in trying to breach and clear a building is to get as much information inferred from your environment before you push in. So when it comes to making entry, there is a concept for those of you that haven't really done CQB called the fatal funnel. The fatal funnel is what you would consider a doorway, long hallways, stairwells. These are choke points. It can also be, you know, maybe a short alleyway through a streetway. Any way that they can get a lot of enfilading fire on you if they just poke their head out and just spritz down the way, and they can nail more than one of you at once. Fatal funnels are everywhere in CQB, and broadly, if you're a defender, that's where you want to try and position yourself to have visibility on and have your angles on, so you could smoke dudes in and around that fatal funnel. If you get trapped in a fatal funnel, that's essentially death. Now, for the real world, the premise of stacking up and pushing through those fatal funnels, flowing through, establishing dominance on the other side of it, and trying to control that space by getting through it as quick as possible is the legitimate doctrine strategy. Functionally speaking, in Arma, if you just push right in after somebody who just got mowed down in that doorway, you're just going to get mowed down right after them. In the context of games, it is not worth pushing in past someone if you're stacked right up and they just get shot right in front of you. Find another way or frag the bejesus out of that room because you know it's hot. So let's go ahead and step off to like a small little room section over here, and we'll kind of start establishing some key principles here. So we've already touched on the big one, which is avoiding fatal funnels at all costs. You want to minimize your time in those fatal funnels and disperse yourselves throughout a building as much as possible. This is a lovely little fatal funnel. Getting stuck in this doorway with a keyhole right up top right there. Not only do you have to get through the doorway where they can see you coming in, but they also have this whole upstairs section here where they can duck behind, be undercover, and absolutely smoke the bejesus out of you. This is a dirty little spot. So for something like this, you would use a concept called slicing the pie. Has anyone heard that?
Yep.
Sweet. So slicing the pie is a very very simple concept, but basically you're taking this nice, slow, and methodical if you're not under fire, or as fast as reasonably can if you're in a hot spot. But yeah, Athena's demonstrating it right now, just trying to get a really tight angle and slowly clearing so that they expose themselves to fire as minimally as possible, as they try and get an angle inside there to see what's inside. For purposes of the game here, while it's good to just kind of stick your head out and then kind of trail it, you still have to consider your spatial awareness. A rifle butt sticking through a door is going to show, if you guys hop upstairs and show there. If I was like waiting to breach and clear here, looking around this corner here, you can go up there and see my rifle's sticking clean past inside there. You're gonna know I'm about to
actually
walk
not.
in. Is it not really? What about now?
Now it is. Now it is.
Yeah, there you go. So having some muzzle awareness is actually legit for Arma. Same with sticking it out of a window or out of a doorway or frame. While it's a great idea to brace your weapon on something like that, so you're actually like getting the bipod out, you're getting a better, more stable firing position, it's not always advantageous to you because it's going to expose that. If I see some straight line sticking out of a window, my eyes are going to dial in that immediately. So fatal funnels, slicing the pie, spatial awareness, and spacing. These are going to be your critical components in CQB. What are some other just basic premises to get you stuck in here? Communication is going to be good. You obviously want to, there's a concept of silence, violence, silence. You want to approach an area, if you're not under fire, as quiet as you can, going to whisper mode, coordinating your communications and tactics under radio. But once you're actually in it, shooting, things are going hot, you can actually spook the shit out of someone by screaming at them in babble. You will totally get like a psychological fear response out of people when there's something like, oh my God, enemy is in the building with me and it's loud, it's spooky, I don't know where it's coming from. Take advantage of people being people. Obviously, once you've done clearing a building, it pays to go back to silence so you can move out, clear out, move to your next position. Crowding is going to create blind spots for you inside of rooms. So if you're actually moving into larger rooms, you can fit more than 1 or 2 people inside a room. Do not crowd on one side of the room together. Try and expand out through the room so that you're essentially maximizing your observation from within that room. You're getting rid of blind spots. You're seeing around things that could conceal a threat, dead space. So behind a couch or a table, behind a doorway that you can't quite see through. But in general, before you ever breach, the information you gather outside that room is safer than information gathered inside it. Now, we always run as a standard kit with 2 very important things that are good for breaching a known hostile area. Any guesses what?
Explodies.
Explodies, fuck
Bouncy
yeah.
balls.
So while it sounds romantic to be like, okay guys, stack on me, we're gonna go fucking Bravo 6 dark on this shit, 0 dark 6, and just smoke through and flow through and do some really cool CQB shit. In reality, 1, pre-fire the fucking corners if you know someone's inside there, because you have a much better chance of smoking through them or even penning through walls. Just blind fire that shit. Dump a fucking mag as you're moving through there. And 2, before you even consider that, if you know it's occupied and hot, do a little hey shit ass, throw a frag in there and let it go off. It's either going to force them back further into the house and let you establish a presence inside that space, or it might actually injure or smoke them and let you just push right in and kill them. So once you actually get inside, what are you looking for? There's a principle I learned about the 3 Ps. You're looking for people, you're looking for portals, you're looking for places, in that exact order. So you're looking for people inside the room immediately. Anything that sticks out, ducking in on those people, gunning them down. You're looking for portals. So these are windows, these are doorways, these are transitional points or points of visibility from outside that room that you're in. So areas that an enemy might have maneuvered into to get away from you and retreat further in. Areas they might be looking at and observing you moving through that house outside of it. They might gun you down from an outside window. And once you get done with your portals, you're dialing back in on places, dead space inside there that you haven't cleared. So again, looking behind like couches, tables, cabinets, things that are obscuring your vision inside that room as you move through and clear. So you touched on it earlier, Bowman. The goal is not to move fast when you're in CQB. The goal is to process information faster than the defender. And again, you're fundamentally at a disadvantage because of that. You want to move swiftly enough that you are in motion, you are rolling forward through an area. You're a difficult target, a moving target is harder to dial in on and gives you more ability to respond. But you are not moving so fast that you're getting ahead of yourself in an OTA loop. Arma is very loud, especially if you have your volume up. You will hear whispers of people in babble. You will hear reloads, medical being used. You will hear footsteps. These are all cues that you're going to see in your OTA loop of observe, orient, decide, and act that are going to help save you in CQB. I can't tell you how many times I've heard someone reloading before they breach a room, and I'm ready to just pre-fire it and clear them out. Or you hear him doing a little heal in the other room, and you realize, okay, shit, now's my time to push. He doesn't have his rifle up, and you can smoke him. These are all gameplay cues just from using your senses that you can pick up on to help you in CQB. Where most people are going to get captured, get ahead of themselves, and get gunned down is in not doing those first steps. If you haven't just gotten a full sense of your situational awareness, if you haven't oriented to make sure, like, hey, does my team have different sectors of fire covered? Are we all looking the same way? Are we going to get flanked? It is so freaking easy to flank people in CQB if you get tunnel vision. So the biggest thing I can recommend for a team level movement, whether through buildings, down alleyways, down streets, you want to try and be looking at different places and different sectors of coverage as much as possible. And don't underestimate your verticality. Everyone always fails to look up during urban ops, and it's the easiest way to get drop on somebody. If you got guys down bottom there, they're broadly going to be scanning on the same level as they are, and they're going to be slower to react on somebody standing up on top of a rooftop. So just be marking and scanning your sectors. For FTLs especially, that's going to be on you to kind of regulate and check in with your teams as you do it. So those are just, I guess, core concepts to explain. That'll kind of conclude just the educational overview. But what I'd really like to do is get us into some actual simulations, get you guys actually moving, clearing, coordinating. And Athena's going to be helping me with that.
I mean, Zeus.
Yeah, so go ahead and go into Zeus, Athena. I'm going to mark out the area. I'd like you to just spawn some units in for us. We're broadly going to be working around this North Flag area. It's got a nice multi-story complex to seize.
Yeah.
If you want to
We
put
need
some
Zeus for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. How do I give you Zeus? Let's see here.
Admin menu.
Yes, I see it now.
Anyway, sorry, you were saying if we want to, or sorry.
We're going to move north into that northern flag complex. There's a little
Yeah, we see that.
right where the north flag is there's just a multi-section of buildings. Go ahead and throw some dudes just within that little layered block. Just do like 5 to 6 and try and put them at different positional angles, inside, outside, on the roofs. Cool. So as a team task, what we're going to be doing, Emma, you'll be coordinating this initially, is setting up a basic plan for it, but you're going to position yourselves down behind cover right down here. And you're going to choose how you want to approach this occupied enemy compound area. It's going to be force on force, team on team. There's going to be 6 dudes waiting for you somewhere inside there to match the 6 you've got. And you'll be able to maneuver your team to engage those contacts.
Okay.
Now, you do have some unique assets here. You do have your breacher with the breaching shotgun. I feel like Arma's modeling for shotguns is sometimes wonky, but if you're close enough, you should be able to just fucking murk somebody, so you should be fine. But it's useful at close range. Let's go ahead and move down to the southeast here. We'll set up just kind of a basic plan for you, and then we'll get you rolling. So again, remember how things are going to differ in the game. Stacking up to get inside is only really good when you are truly ready to make a breach or insertion. Otherwise, it's best to keep dispersion. BW players love hucking their frags, and they absolutely love sending them right out the window at somebody if they happen to know they're standing outside. When we would play against like true sim units that are actually going like by the numbers, by the doctrine, we would smoke dudes in CQB just by being able to huck our frags out there, and you'd just snap a line of them down. It's best when moving through your teams through that you orient them. You can do like a staggered column down this way here, or a diamond formation, so you're getting a nice 360 coverage. But in general, when it comes to CQB, you should always be watching your flanks. Whoever's at the rear of the formation, just always have your head on a swivel for any potential movement behind you. These are just your considerations in the chaos of it. Don't expose yourself out of the same sight lines. If somebody goes down by peeking a corner, probably not a smart idea to peek that same corner, right? Same thing as taking fire. If you take fire through a window, they probably got you dialed in. Don't stick your head back up through it. Orient to a different window. Try and maneuver to a different section so you get that split-second measure of surprise before you try to re-engage. A lot of people will get their head blown off in urban ops just because they insist on poking out of the same nice spot they set up for themselves. You always want to have a way of maneuvering around if you are caught out and suppressed. Maneuverability is what's going to keep you alive, not so much the optimal kill zone. Cool. So you have 2 general points of ingress you're going to be able to take here. You're going to be able to bound across the way. You have this nice open area. You could probably set up your AR team to defend you for and screen for you as you cross and do a bound. Or you could try and take a long way and send some guys up and through some of the cover available in those buildings to the east of the compound. I'll leave that up to your discretion, Emma. Go ahead and take like 2 minutes to think about your plan, then go ahead and delegate it down to your team, and we'll go ahead and get this kicked off.
I've forgotten how to rotate. Oh wait, never mind. I got it. Okay. We're going up this road here, which is the westernmost road.
Yep.
We're gonna have the AR team around here, looking up the road to make sure that we're okay and we don't get surprised by people coming out onto the street. As we push up, we're gonna make sure that we are watching. Wait, hold on. This looks like a go. It's just a watch. Watching all of our angles. As we get past this watch marker into the open area is when the AR team will pack up. We will leave. Who do I have with? It's who's my breacher? I don't want to leave you somewhere on Overwatch. Okay.
Yeah, take the time to get your color teams in order and know who you're working with, so you'll know exactly where you're sending everybody.
Is anybody else having a hard time hearing Antares?
Oops, sorry, I was on whisper for some reason. That's my bad. Sweet. So that's honestly a pretty good reactive plan. So you'll set up a base of fire, facilitate their bound, cross it all in, and then you guys are going to start breaching and clearing that compound. This is going to require a good amount of fine control from you, Emma, but what you're going to want to do here is just make sure you're keeping awareness of your teams. Make sure they're working together, make sure they're breaching together. You never want to send somebody alone to clear a building as much as you can afford. Obviously, attrition is going to be a thing. You might have to deal with a shit Sunday, but while you've got a fresh unit, don't send anybody in alone. I'll be trailing behind too to administer meds and hopefully save you if you are savable. But we'll respawn you as well at the end of the exercise and go on to the next one. Cool. Go ahead and kick it off. Sounds like they're not happy with you.
It's ominous.
Sorry, I forgot to adjust. All right, let's do it. You all remember the plan? It was given to you 30 seconds ago.
Sure.
Sweet and simple. Just coordinate your team's bounds across the way, set up that base of fire with your AR team, and just coordinate the bound. Go ahead and roll.
All right, let's move. Let's move out. Red team, you're watching down the street.
Yeah, we're watching.
I'm not going first. Yellow team, you're going first.
Which
Wow,
Which is good.
some leader.
Establish a point man as you do this. I would highly recommend your breacher, when you get close enough, will probably be your point man.
AR team just gonna hop up on these buildings.
All right, this is not. Yellow team, you're watching around this fence.
Your AR team has pretty poor eyes looking into the compound.
Not great, huh? Then if you have more cover than you need, you might not need a base of fire then, right?
Yeah, I didn't
You
want.
might be able to just push them across. You also have a
I'm
couple
losing it.
handy-dandy smoke grenades to screen your approach. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You have
Right.
a lot of tools available to conceal an assault.
Team, move on back. We're pushing up. Let's go,
Moving back.
yellow team. Pushing up the street.
Moving.
Up there is probably better, hey.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Team, start backing it up, coming up.
Say again for red team.
Back it up, coming up.
Red team packing up and coming up.
Right when we get our spot.
Yeah, well, we weren't seeing anything anyway. Here,
Bonus
let's
for
go
now.
time up.
I want base up first. We'll enter and clear this front left building as yellow team watches down the street to the right.
CQB is a matter of angles. You're always watching different sectors. You're always trying to pre-clear.
Go, go, go.
Ooh.
Well, we're not happy.
Red team watch down the street, yellow team with me. Crouch past this opening. Team, I want you flanking around through this
Contact.
opening, see if you can engage those targets.
Here, gonna get
Base,
around
come back here, let's clear this building.
Still up.
Oh, yeah.
Team, keep pushing north and flank east. Got a fortified rooftop over here with a flag on it.
Oh, save start's still on.
My bad. Completely forgot about that.
Oops, sorry.
God
They
damn it. I was like, why weren't they dying? That's impressive.
Put a few rounds into you. So sorry.
I completely forgot about that. Bob.
All good.
Putting tourniquets on you. Sorry. Was so like distraught
so
by
funny.
like the bullets not going.
I'm like, why wouldn't that work? Oh, Lord.
Alright, your legs.
That's
Shot
on
him.
me. That's on me.
All good.
That was hilarious.
Too funny. Yeah, I'm just gonna get you guys all patched up. You should be good now.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, continue the mission now.
All right, let's go in behind them. Oh,
Oh my.
that's
Yeah, they really don't like you, my team. Holy crap.
Do you have any eyes?
So right now, your yellow team is ahead.
on the rooftop, second floor. Loading. Second floor rooftop, 3 buildings over.
No team, what's the status?
Dealing with the contact on a second floor, 3 buildings over.
So right now, yellow's unsupported, Emma. I would recommend trying to get these teams maneuvered as best
Grenade.
you can.
right? No, it was a bug.
I'm bandaging.
I think they're dead.
Alright, red team
That's who we are.
is able to move up north.
Yeah, this is yellow. We're on a rooftop. We have no eyes on the machine gun. There's
You
a
guys going
fortified
with yellow?
position directly to our north.
You
on the
guys
rooftop,
have
though.
radios. Is yellow doing okay?
Yes.
All right, beautiful.
Do you want us going up to yellow?
No, not yet. I
Cool.
want you holding here. Base and I are going to push around this corner, clear out through these buildings. Watch that rooftop. There's an enemy in that rooftop.
Say again. We are clearing north.
You are watching this alleyway and especially that rooftop while Base and I clear these buildings to the north.
We're watching east.
Base, is this building real? No, it's not.
Hmm.
Yellow, we're pushing around to the north. Just keep eyes out.
Roger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. I have to damage.
Okay, I found the enemies. There's 2 dead on the rooftop. Our ticket.
Yellow team, what do you see from there? What buildings? Is that building to your east clearable?
Yes, there's 2 enemy dead on the rooftop.
Yellow team, come off the roof, go in and clear that building. Red team, push up towards the east. Watch more of the courtyard, especially looking southwards.
Certainly sounds like there's someone there. Uh-oh.
I just fell off roof trying to pull our gal back.
They're hucking frags at you.
Friendly, come around.
Alright, base, hold up, I'm
I need
gonna throw
help.
You need help? Where are you? That window's occupied.
Yeah. Come back to me.
Who needs help?
You need to be patched up.
Yeah, I need a medic. Where's somewhere safe I can go?
Once you
Emma,
get over by
Right over
those-
here.
team, mark the building clear if you could clear it.
Help them clear. Call for medic.
My.
Was that a call for a red team?
You guys move?
Need medic on
You
yellow
alright
team.
there? So that would be a fatal funnel right there, base. So you'll either want to clear through it or back away from it to keep yourself from getting caught in it.
I can't hear you. Are you saying?
You might be on whisper there, base.
I need a medic.
Yeah, I'm moving to you.
I can hear nothing of what you're saying.
Okay, Bass, I'm gonna buddy team up with you until Stockton's back. That is until if I can find you.
There we go.
Phew.
Well, that sounded.
Forgot how brutal shotguns sound. Here, gonna look
For
north.
sure.
We never use them, so
I was honestly surprised to see it here.
yeah. They're not
Sure,
bad. It's just
duck on
the
it.
video game thing of they're only used what point blank.
Not bad
Yep.
for a first go of it. What I would say is that it was lacking aggression and coordination was
Think
Are we done?
Yeah, I think we're good.
not ideal, but it's a good starting point to work off of.
So I can talk about a couple of things.
Yeah, what's your
that,
thoughts?
Like, so the yellow watch marker is where I like fell apart, and I lost.
You encountered something unexpected, right?
It was barely unexpected, but it was unexpected enough that it was like, oh, I'm on the floor.
Yeah, so CQB is nothing but unexpected stuff throwing at you. It's extremely reactive. Making a quick snap decision and getting movement going, keeping your aggression up, is always going to be better than idling. Another good thing to do and just get in the habit of, as you confirm a building is clear, mark it with a dot. That way your buddies know what you've been able to screen through already and what may possibly still be hostile. Or, for example, if you go down after those buildings are cleared, they might realize, okay, cool, we might have already pre-cleared those, but now that we have no coverage, those might be hostile occupied again. Someone might have gotten past us and reoccupied a previously cleared building. What I'd like to do now is just do some buddy team clears real quick, really get you guys into the habit of what you're going to be dealing with on the fire team level. Most of what you're coordinating in the long co-op is going to be 2-man entries into small buildings like these, 3 to 4 rooms, 5 rooms tops. So what
Can
I'd
I-
like to, yeah, what's up?
So I'm on this one. I want to keep the teams moving, but I have no idea what they're seeing. Like when yellow team cleared this middle building, they're just sitting on the roof here for a while, waiting for something. And I can't tell them anything. Like the best I can tell them is try and clear that building to your east.
As the FTL, you can give your whole team as much or as little leash as you want to, and your players are going to respond to that. So if you want to keep a direct hand and say, just notify me when a building is clear, so you can then queue them up, give them another order to take the next building, you can set it up that way. But I'd argue that's a lot of mental pressure for you. You want to try and delegate and offload as much mental thinking as you can in a CQB environment. Give your team some leash. So long as they're moving close enough to support each other, just keep them in those small buddy team pairs and keep them bounding off of each other. The biggest thing that I would say put your team at risk throughout this and would have gotten you smoked with players is that you all got separated from each other. Red team and white team were able to stick together close enough to support each other, but yellow team was separate on their own. Granted, Stockton and Argyle, they're going to do well, but an isolated team is always one that's going to be quickly picked off. You always want to be able to be within at least a building's worth of close support to each other so you can quickly dash over, whether that's, to help them out in triage or to help them clear if they go down.
That's where
One-
That's where it gets tricky with having them on a longer leash. Is then like they can very easily get too fast.
So
But I guess that's
when I take it, and that's practice making perfect for sure. But when and you'll see it too when we go through the long co-op, if especially if we get our persistent team together, I'll really show you how I wrangle that. You want to use minimal comms, but effective comms. I'm constantly going to be communicating, and coordinating with both teams as I help them bound through it, but just treat it like you would bounding across a field, bounding across different points. Leapfrog your teams from building to building to building. Leapfrog your buddy teams from building to building to building. It should be just one continuous chain of soldiers able to support each other as you move through a town and clear a block. Obviously, there may be opportunities for a flank, and I'll try as best I can to kind of like just give you the wherewithal to give your team some credence to branch out as needed. But as a principle, yeah, make sure your team is able to be supportive of each other as you're moving through.
One thing we will say, be on Acre Whisper more is like the only notable piece of feedback we have to say.
EI will respond to us talking and chatting.
Yeah. I played the AI a bit more intelligently than I would micro even in a normal mission where we're Zeusing.
Nice.
Kind of pretending that it is a TVT. We heard from the AI's position over there. There were two guys on a building waiting for the other building to be clear so that they could like ambush you when you thought you were safe. Instead, they heard, quote, oh fuck, I have to bandage, and decided to pop up.
Nice. Yeah, again, that silence, violence, silence concept coming into play. There are a million ways to skin a cat, and there's no
I'm
one
gonna
good
say
way
that
to
out
do
loud
this.
anyway. Actually, like I have to
It still
tell
works.
base that I have to wait. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I can't
those
be.
are just downsides that you have to
Yeah.
play with as you can afford it. You can maybe try and regulate things on radio, or just shout it out and be more responsive to what you might trigger. But just be aware that's a consequence of what could happen.
Yeah.
Again, you'll see all this play out on a larger scale with squad level contact through Urban Ops tomorrow. Let's go ahead and step out of the compound real quick. Athena will set up the buddy team clears, and we'll really start to get to the nitty gritty of clearing. Here, so what I'm gonna do is give everybody Zeus power. Person. We'll probably just clear around, just undercover over here. That way they don't get. We don't get exposed by anything or pissed off when you fill that area. So Athena, that whole compound inside there, this is going to be buddy team clears. We'll just run it a couple iterations for everyone and let people watch through and observe. Go ahead and fill it with, let's say 6 dudes interspersed throughout, and I'll let you just place them. They can be out in that courtyard. They can be up on the roof. They can be behind an angle on the walls and stuff. Try and pick reasonably cheeky spots that you might think a player would be looking out of or occupying.
Okay.
Cool. The rest of you just stand by on this. I'll give you some Zeus control.
Probably shouldn't peek until we know who's going first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd stay low until you know who's going first. So for this, who would like to be our guinea pigs to go first? Who's feeling bold?
Yellow team.
Awesome.
sure.
Let's fucking go. So Stock, Argyle, you guys are gonna step it off. In this case, we're just gonna do this isolated. Everyone else will be observing, so we'll let you guys handle your comms. You run it how you run it. Show us how it's done, and then we'll respawn if necessary and observe you. Everyone press Y to enter Zeus mode, and then you can zoom in on them as they move through. Athena, just let us know when they're good to step off, and you guys are good to go. You're just going to be clearing, I'll mark it out for you, just this general flag complex right here.
Okie doke.
Cool. Athena, let us know when to kick it off.
Just about ready.
Cool.
All right. Do you want to be on point, or do you want me to be on point?
Ready.
I'll be on point. I'll open doors. You cover
Oh my
the door.
god, I had my mic muted the whole time.
All right.
Such a
And then
dumbass.
once the door's open, you'll go
There we
through and I'll
go.
follow.
There you are. Good to hear you, Base.
Yeah, did the enemies have like
Yeah,
level 6
I'm gonna
armor
throw
or
a frag
something?
in,
Because this
and-
thing takes like
Sure.
3 shots to
Your
kill.
call on that.
The shotgun damage can sometimes be inconsistent, I find. I think it also does depend on their armor.
Because I would have like killed all 3, but I ran out of ammo.
Nice. I think it depends on what you use too. Slugs are very good at knocking people down in
It was
this.
buckshot. Dead.
Yeah, so
crossing?
Stock and Argyle are stepping off here.
Alright.
And you can already see they're dispersing themselves along angles. They've just taken fire. But I'm not sure they know quite where.
Well, I can get shot at, but I can't see them.
Grenade.
Forgot.
When are they Russian?
Second. I have one left.
probably go back around the other way, maybe.
Okay.
Athena, if we could drop a ammo and grenade crate here, just the standard one, that'll probably be handy.
Okay.
Fully ego checked that guy.
That should. Does
Working.
this work?
Ready?
Yes, it does. Nudge this guy.
First floor is clear. I'm gonna look out the window if you check the stairs.
Oh, don't do that.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
What the hell?
I think he's dead now.
Fuck that guy. Look at how much trouble one guy is giving them. Because they don't know
Yeah.
exactly where he is.
They can hear the audio, but it's freaking cheeky.
$12 he's under the awnings.
Nice, good clear. All right, go ahead and jump on back. And we'll set up... How about Emma and base next?
Sure. I just need some ammo.
Yeah, go ahead and stock up as you need. Do you go by bass or base?
Bait.
It could be said either way.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh, is there one more still lingering around there?
No. No, we spawned him. Thinking that we were gonna get the other one ready.
No, no, not yet.
Is this an ace arsenal?
No, it's just a regular
Argyle
resupply.
stock, you've cleared
Yeah,
them
can I
on
have
out.
some
Go ahead and come on
buckshot?
back.
Are you under a trench?
Argyle and stock, you cleared them all out. Come on back.
Further.
So what did we see from our little vantage point in the sky there? They were using good comms, just short, curt little things to let them know, hey, we cleared this, or hey, there's a frag incoming. Hey, bound, I've got you covered. Short little bursts of communication to keep them constantly in motion and rolling through contact. You guys had a couple fun challenges too. Good use of frags. We were trying to seal off the door with the machine gunner on one. Like the melee was a nice touch.
Yeah, he wouldn't die.
No.
Yeah, even after getting knocked down, he started getting back up.
Yeah, the melee's weird for EI. It works a lot better on players.
Could you put some buckshot in here, please?
Do that, or we could give you a rifle too if you like. Up to you.
Screw it. Let me get the rifle.
Yeah, here, just go ahead and take mine. I'm not gonna be
Oh.
shooting. I'll just give you some rounds.
The shotgun's like cool in theory, but
It works better on fleshy targets with no armor, and I think the slugs perform a lot better than the buckshot does.
All right. Apparently we have pistols, so if you run out of ammo, you might be able to use them.
Mhm. Yeah, go ahead and snag those. Athena, are you setting up the next set?
It's pretty much set now.
Beautiful. Okay, just let us know when, and then Emma, base, you can take it out and breach and clear.
Is it the same like area?
Same area, same
Different
operational area,
scenario.
but different spots. It ain't gonna be the same as what you saw.
Ready for you?
Yeah, I'm ready. Alright, Emma, you're in charge.
Okay, I'll clear this to the right, and then we'll go across the street.
That's not what we wanted.
Yo,
That was not
Uh-oh.
supposed to happen. Sorry.
they're spawn camping us. This isn't fair.
Uh-oh, hold on.
Fixing it.
Oh,
We
Jesus
fixed
Christ.
it. We've
No
killed 'em.
worries, no
Can I have a
worries.
heal?
Heals for everyone. There you go.
Thank you. Okay, I'll clear this corner out to the
What
right.
happened there?
You'll cross to
Alright.
the left
I'll tell you later.
and look that way to the right, and we'll
No.
go from there.
Alright.
Let's make sure we're securing just the area marked in red and maybe a little bit around it. We don't want them too far out of the that small area. I want them getting used to,
Okay, we're
breaching
going.
and clearing the building.
All right, go. Crossing.
Alright. Use radio if you want. Alright. Let's clear up here. I'm not sure about the balcony though.
Want to go out on the balcony? Can you see the balcony? Is the balcony clear? Let me see. Yeah.
Mobility is your friend in all of this. If you've cleared an area, you want to keep clearing through as quick as you can to keep screening.
Let's go back. We'll go around the building. You want to take this closer entrance?
Yeah, this one.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm going in.
Yeah, courtyard is clear.
Oops, I'm sorry. I accidentally dragged a guy without meaning to.
We should go to the left though.
I'll go left. It's clear. Doors open.
Alright, you want... Alright, one down at the top of the stairs. You want me to go up?
Yep.
Ooh, that's rough for Emma.
Oh.
Base. Get him.
Oh.
So far, so good. Holy shit.
All right. We got reinforcements slotting up. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's perfect. We can just go ahead and get him respond.
A moment.
Great.
All right, it's open. If Emma can hear us.
All right, well done, base. Come on back. So that was an interesting one. You got reverse breached as soon as you cleared the area.
Also
Yes, it was
noticed
an
Bess,
ambush.
Yeah, that was a really nice ambush, but you held him off. Poor Emma.
Barely.
Yeah, that was rough initially. All right, let's go ahead and get a heal.
Going down the list. All right. One moment.
All right, sweet. Well, let's go ahead and get Cass and Bowman checking this out. We'll come up with another fun little challenge for you. Again, the objective remains clear to take that northern flag complex, but the whole courtyard area can be in play.
Sure, sure.
You want Mosaic to join in on this squad or fire team?
Sure. Yeah, Maz, since that'd be the last kind of group in here, we can get that and make it a little bit more challenging for you. You want to pair up with Cass and Bowman?
Yeah, that works out to be pretty neat.
Yeah, let's do that.
get any feedback for Emma and Bass?
Yeah, let me just get all my notes together on that.
Alrighty.
Give me 1 sec real quick.
Sorry, were you talking to me just now? I was plugging my headphones in.
Yeah. Do you know how to
you're
join
good.
up?
Yeah, you can go ahead and join in with Cass and Bowman.
Yeah, join up and join red.
So you want us to add a couple extra Deuterinos?
Yeah, let's add just a few more since they'll be going as a 3-stack.
Okay.
Yeah, and Cass, we can get you green as well, I think here. There you go.
Don't do that.
Yeah, give it just a second before stepping off. So, real quick, Base and Emma. First off, Base, really good moving around inside there. You saw him coming in, you responded, and you immediately found spots where you yourself could take advantage of the space. So you were using keyholes, you were hiding behind doors. You used the space against them, which is exactly what you want to be doing as a defender in that circumstance. They flipped the script on you, started breaching into your space, so you definitely controlled it there. With the initial movements around it, I would say you guys started off, again, this is finding your feet and doing it within kind of like a tactical exercise. So on the fly, there's going to be a little bit more speed, a little bit more cohesion to it. But you guys were a little slow at getting your initial starts. And the other thing I would say for you guys is spacing. In any kind of chaotic situation, there's a natural human instinct to want to clump, to get close, to stick around other people. Fight that instinct as much as you can and try to stay at least like 5-10 meters away from each other. You want to be out of range of each other if a grenade were to land at your feet, or if someone were to get a beat on you. If I got a shot off on Emma and had an angle on her, and I could mow her down, if you're standing right next to her, that's just an easy adjustment for me to sweep you both out nice and quick. If you guys are at least angled out far enough each other that you could support each other down a sector without being in the same area, that gives you the ability to respond. And that might even save Emma in that case, because you might see her go down or get shot at, but have a beat on where I'm shooting from, and then suppress me. So
Okay.
just food for thought.
So there was like the alley over here where I was very close because I was on whisper, and Base couldn't hear me, because I wanted to coordinate our next movement, which I didn't want to have to use the radio for. And I didn't want to be loud because we were coordinating our next movement and we weren't exactly in the process of breaching. So
yeah, and I'll say that if you're dealing with experienced players, you'll kind of see people start to do all these natural positionings organically. You won't really have to command too many people that have been playing this or at least familiar with those core concepts. But getting a feel for it, obviously, you wanna get in the habit.
Alrighty, I think red is gonna maneuver out here.
Yeah,
Ready.
you're all set. Cass,
Awesome.
we'll go ahead and let you take it out if you
Yeah.
want to take point.
Let's do it.
All right, all you. Everybody else, we can just observe through Zeus Arena.
Alright, boys, we're gonna head west down the street. We're gonna go in under smoke cover,
So Cass is
and we're gonna
quite good
take
at this. So
10
watch what she
seconds
does.
to let the smoke develop, and then we're gonna push in. Try to get in building as fast as we can.
Yeah, use every.
While your
tool
gun's
you got at
pointing
your
southwest,
disposal.
as much as you can.
Does
Alright.
kind of eliminate the element of surprise that
Leave 5-10 meter spacing. Oops.
It does also allow you to get.
Top the building south. Looks like he's gone. Mosaic, if you want to keep looking south. Bowman, we're gonna head west a bit. Call Mosaic back in a minute. Loading up.
So Cass has established the next movement there. They're able to keep moving while
Can you
still
peek through this door?
secure. They know where the last point of contact was. Mosaic's watching it.
Down the street west. Ugh.
Yeah, they're not watching the far side. But they still have that smoke cover. Ooh, Cass almost broke down. Oh, that's tragic.
That's a wipe.
That is.
Ouch.
Danger! Honest to God, battlefield checkoff. Brutal.
Alright.
Well, that went well.
Spawns out.
Yeah.
Zig Bowman.
They need to jump back in.
Alright, that was kind of a lot.
Sweet. So that was a tough one for you guys. You had multiple ambush zones. You had far sectors to cover. You had the near sector and clearing out your compound. That was a tough one.
And more
Yeah.
bad guys
We
than we
weren't
had.
sure if you would have gotten that.
Way more, like, that, the fact that there's a guy up there and a guy up there
was
and a ton of guys in
dastardly.
there.
It was dastardly. We can, and
I think that was about as good as we could on. If we
I think
That
for a
was
3-man clear, that's
quite
about
well.
as well as you could hope for.
probably.
I will say I really liked your initial push off. You immediately
Yes.
delegated a basic sense of movement. You used concealment to push in close and screen for your approach. Like Argyle noted, that is going to spoil your element of surprise.
Mhm.
But in this case, you obviously
helped a
hedged your
lot.
back. You're close enough to maneuver on the target area. In that case, honestly, I would have probably done the same thing. I'd smoke the bejesus out of the area we were sweeping through.
Something to think about for this is we are so close that being concealed isn't gonna give us that much room to maneuver. We're gonna be
Mhm.
spotted soon anyway. We might as well not be shot while doing it.
I
Not
like that.
being
And-
visually
I,
seen is huge.
Different kind of concealment. And
Yeah.
something we'll say too, and like in hindsight and all that, probably should have pushed us like south instead of trying to commit west, but that's like just
Yeah.
not knowing where everyone is.
Yeah. And honestly, Argyle brought up another good point too on when is appropriate to try and retrieve your friendlies when they go down. In CQB, it's fucking vicious. You fight through the fight first. Always, always, always. If you are under immediate contact, you need to clear and secure that area. And then
Remember-
ideally you can move back and secure your opponent. If someone gets shot in front of you and goes down looking down an angle, that angle is considered hostile. You're not going there to try and treat them. You're not going there to try and pull them out of
Remember
there or
this.
whatever. You're fighting through it.
The best first aid is fire superiority.
Combat medicing right there, 101.
Just want to note, for most of that was still bleeding, but just wanted to be in a better spot to medic.
Yeah.
The end of that was at a loss. No, was that like whatever the third one is, and our heart
Lost
was
a large
pounding, but
amount.
just was not in a good spot to heal for most of that.
Third stage
Yeah.
lost a large amount.
Yeah.
So what we can probably do now, if we want to just get the teams all formed up under one squad again,
South flag.
I think we go ahead and move for the center flag and secure the area around that. If we've got a good number like we do right now, let's go about 12 to 15 dudes, just interspersed, maybe 2 to 3 to a general compound. Do individuals rather than teams attached to each other, so they're easier to control in Zeus in place. Unless you want to set up like a little ambush with like a buddy team or something, but let's try and keep it to just like team pairs or groups of 3.
Reasonable kind of thing you would see in one of our co-ops.
Correct. Yeah, just start preparing them for what we're likely to. Oop.
Aren't I? Sorry
There you
about
are.
that.
Now I can hear you.
So earlier when we started, you were talking about, if somebody goes down, breaching a door, don't go in after them, throw a frag in.
Yes.
Are we just assuming at that point that the person that went down is dead and is not recoverable at all?
So the issue of that is that there is a keyhole that someone has on that fatal funnel, and if they're downed and not dead, it's also extremely hard to clamber over them. It's not like real life where you can just kind of like shove through, fight through, just come in there as quick as you can and get past it. The physics of the game are unfortunately going to impede your ability to flow through like that and engage that. Your best bet is honestly to try and kill that enemy any which way you can as quick as you can. And most of the time that's going to be trying to get a frag through a window or finding a different angle. Most of these small houses have multiple windows. They have back doors. They have other insertion points that you might be able to gain entrance in. Again, this is all about using your common sense as you approach your breaching points. Are there other points of entry you can use if one of them is bad?
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, this is all common sense reactivity, and there's no one true right way of doing CQB or breaching and clearing something. What you want to do is just take advantage of as much information as you have to make a quick judgment and then act on that decisively. Even a average plan executed quickly and effectively is often going to have more impact than just staying idle and hesitating.
All right, got it.
Sweet. So what I'll probably do for this, Cass, I'll pop you on red as well, but I'll just go ahead and quote unquote squad lead / FTL the buddy teams. And also I'll be your doc and stay to the rear of this, but we're going to be securing, let's make sure we've got our enemies within the compound that I've marked out here, but we're just going to be taking the center flag complex. What I'm going to be having us do, red team, you're going to be my point team stepping off on this. We do have a fair amount of cover moving into town, so I'm just going to step us off down the road. We'll stagger it out, so it's going to be red, yellow, white to the rear. You'll be my maneuver team, and then we can bring you up to breach or send you where we need you. I'll be maneuvering with you guys, so let me go ahead and set that real quick. Beautiful. So we're just going to be stepping off right down the way here. We're going to be doing react to contact. We anticipate there's enemy anywhere within the vicinity of the marked compound sector we have here. Dependent on that, red, you're going to be initial base of fire in all of this. That's why I'm sending AR up front. Yellow and white, we're going to be maneuver elements off of that base of fire. So I'm going to be either sending you right or left of that contact, depending on how we see it. We'll just basically spread out wide and form essentially a fire team wedge out of our buddies. So it'll look something like red, let's say yellow on the right and white on the left. And we'll be able to shift out and spread out and hopefully get aligned around these buildings as we push through. Sound sweet and simple?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's go ahead and red take us out, and we're going to step off as soon as Athena confirms we are good to go.
Awesome.
Sweet. She just said we're ready. Let's go ahead and do it.
Let's do it.
All right, on you, Cass. Let's go ahead and have Maz and Bowman be direct point on there, just so AR is not the first one to take fire.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of the devil, there you are, Red. Contact.
Just over the wall, south.
Left and right windows. Yeah, Bowman, contact, you got cover on the way here. Yellow and white, let's go ahead and get you moving along here, see if we can find insertion points, take your compound through.
Come down.
Yeah, white and yellow, go ahead and maneuver through the compound to our southwest here. Red, as soon as that contact is clear, we're going to be shifting and moving southwest. We're being engaged far out.
Sounds good.
Yeah, duck back here. We're going to move through the compound. Yeah, I got you. I'm treating you.
Where they at?
Directly south.
So go ahead and call those contacts. If you're seeing them, call out where you see them. Start giving details to your buddies so that they're able to hopefully dial in on that contact. We're taking contact from across the way, direct south. They're just layered up pretty nicely here. If we can set up a fire team line as best we can, just try and find points of contact or elevation we can see them from. This building
Got a rooftop up here you can get on.
Yeah, go ahead and take it.
Can I smoke
Cool,
up
crossing.
and
I'll let you take it.
cross?
Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
if we've got smoke, we can go ahead and push
Red's taking a
across.
rooftop.
Team, we're going to facilitate a push using smoke. Go go ahead and just send smoke grenades out front. Save a second set as we get closer. We're going to close distance, get into the next set of compounds.
Okay, we're obscured.
All right. Smoke's up, smoke's up. Let's push. All teams, fire team line.
Alright, rad guns back down.
Second smoke's going out.
Yeah, let's stack up behind them.
Looks like a two-story that they're occupying up on our southeast here. Don't know if you're going to be able to see. You should be able to hopefully see them if you push through. Go ahead and make that breach there, Yellow.
Where?
Copy. I'm going to go ahead and fall back for him.
I'm dead.
Oh shit. Go ahead and make the move now then. Get smoke out in front of you. It's not going to last forever.
Careful
Red, go
friendlies
ahead and see
inside.
if you can get eyes east.
Get eyes
I'm going to
east.
stretch yellow and white along the south here. Let's go ahead and hop inside this. Yeah, I think they just...
Covering.
Yep.
cross the way.
Don't see anything to the southeast.
Yeah, good copy. Yellow's calling it clear here as well. Red, go ahead and advance, see if you can push up your sector here. We're just going to basically be taking this right down the middle.
Aye, we're heading southeast. Ow.
Damn.
Yeah.
you like the same way I did.
Yeah.
Just one headshot and you're dead.
Ouch.
I got no eyes.
I poked my head out to throw smoke for our
This is,
approach.
KIA.
I was
That...
out for a second too
Oh,
long.
it's some... What? It's a guy way in the back. Okay. Disadvantage of being a FTL without binos.
Without going into the open, I think we should push on the road.
Hello, Casz.
Hello. Really miss those binoculars at that moment. Couldn't see that guy away in the back. Really sneaky.
I want Anderson and King to just poke their heads off this roof and...
I think I got him. Oh no, he's moving.
Oh, the two.
The two right above Antari's and Stockton.
Yeah.
That team might... It might be in their periphery? No, never mind. Those guys could wipe the squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, red team's got him down over on this side. Red, this is going to be your sector here. I see one dude, top left. Second story. Yep, good shots. You nailed him.
Yeah, I think we put like 2 bags.
Yeah, I'm going to stretch you guys down the way here. Hold at that blockade.
I'll bound up to you.
Good kill. Yeah, go ahead and secure that blockade right there. That's going to be your hold point. I'm going to try and maneuver yellow and white around as well.
Copy that.
Cool. Red is holding the blockade. We should be able to stretch across now.
Frag out.
Yeah.
Holy shit, they're all over it. Good quote.
Yeah, yellow, you've got a great alleyway. Go ahead and take that. You're good to push. You're good to push.
Severely fucked up.
I'm gonna move and heal you right now. Rear!
The double
Thank
reload
God
there
they
is
suck.
so funny.
Out of ammo, backing up.
Fantastic.
Reloading.
I got it. I got it.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and check our man. You okay, Bowman? You're alive.
How do we get a headshot at 300 meters and those guys can't hit a fucking thing?
Was this building number
That's-
AI
three?
settings.
That's the armor curse.
Passed on through it. Perfect little ambush.
Enemies to our sub.
I am pretty fucked up.
You can call that just more of a lucky shot than anything else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little bit of blood. Yeah, hold security right now. Yeah, as soon as we've done some triage, we're gonna move. Yellow's already been able to push up, so their sector. Go ahead and push around that. You guys are good to move at this time. Yellow, I'm moving red up to you. We took some damage here, but we're gonna move up. He's still strong. Yeah, I affirm. We're going to need to hold 360. I'm going to hold rear security for this formation as we keep moving through. Remember to mark our clears.
Oh,
shit.
no!
Argyle's
Stockton
down.
just murked Argyle.
Yeah, confirm KIA. I'm covering you.
Oops.
That's not what I wanted.
Does that count as a maneuver kill?
That's rough.
Where the hell did that
Alright,
come
let's
from?
Go ahead and
I
say.
think Stockton capped
Base, go
or
ahead and
like
partner up
shot
with
you back in the
Stockton.
back of the
You're going to be his buddy.
Wait, what?
You'll be responding to yellow
As you
right
were
now.
running that
Red,
AI
two,
down the
red,
street,
still up.
Stockton just
Yeah, Stockton
domed
killed me.
Argyle.
He's treating him. He's medically him.
we're
No.
strong. We just need to
Oh,
go east into this
no.
compound and keep clearing that out. But we are anticipating
Well, he fixed my head.
clear contact. I'm wanting to do
That's nice of him.
All 3 people have been one tap to the head today.
So just take us forward.
That's so good.
We're gonna go. Yeah, back and right.
Remaining hostiles have retreated.
So
Oh,
where are we
sweet.
going? I was trying to
We're
check
clear.
out.
We're clear. All right, we can go ahead and get a respawn in then if Athena's calling index for it. Whew. So let's get
Another
some
alpha
feedback
coming
on how we thought that went. Plan obviously got changed pretty quickly as soon as we encountered contact on step off,
I'm Argyle.
and we had a lot of really good
Yeah, I'm looking.
individual action
Oh, sorry.
on that. I thought I'll wait for the others.
I
To
don't
respawn
see
Oh.
respawn anywhere. There we go.
I need a heal as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you in a second here.
I mean,
No.
Mosaic.
Yeah, player
Yeah.
fixes.
I apologize,
heal.
Mosaic. I may
What
have
did I do to
accidentally
you,
shot you
Stockton?
twice.
Oh no.
Nothing,
Sorry,
That
sorry.
explains a few things, actually.
Because you
that's
were in
I
the
should have
dark,
told you
so
I
it
was
looked like
shooting
your
over your head.
your
when you stood up.
green.
Oh no.
It looked like I was
I
Canadian.
thought you went down too fast. Let's try it.
Oops.
So what I'll say, just from observing the movements initially, we had a really good react to contact. Immediately our plan was disrupted. We took contact right on step off. Red started laying down some scunion, good base of fire, and we immediately got maneuvering to our left and right. Argyle set up a good smoke cross for us, so we were able to successfully get across into the next set of compounds.
Well, sorry.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Nothing. It was a joke. I got shot on the crossing.
Yeah, we only lost one, but again, this is going to happen consistently in CQB. It's going to be nasty. Attrition's going to be quick, but you'll notice how quickly I had to organize and restructure teams as we went. As soon as someone would go down and a buddy team lost cohesion, I would say, okay, you're going with them. You're now going to be my yellow. The best thing you can do to help that too is also go into your team management and actually switch your team color just to keep track of it on the HUD. But you're going to have to pair up with people pretty rapidly as you progress through here. We got chewed up pretty good, contacted multiple areas, good reaction to ambush when they poured out of that building. Everyone was very good at responding to that. For
lucky to
me,
be
just
alive.
trying to keep everybody informed, you'll notice how I was calling out contact. I was using shout. Radio here and there periodically, but predominantly I was close enough to be within local range of you. that's how I was just getting general information and chatter out. Broadly, I thought that was pretty effective in terms of crossing into the sector. We weren't able to fully clear out and push through it, but we at least maintained cohesion. We at least had a 4-man team up ready to push and continue the mission. So I'd overall say that was a reasonably successful encounter. Athena, what did you see in the sky from that? Were there any pointers or things that you think are going to be relevant to how we're maneuvering or taking action that'll come into play during your co-op?
I would say be mindful of the space around you and not just the space you're clearing.
And that's the situational awareness point that I'll always emphasize with this, but it's fucking hard. You start taking fire in front of you, it's so easy to just dial in and get that tunnel vision. As much as you can, just be on the swivel, be on the move, be looking around for any sectors you haven't cleared. And if your buddy's looking one way, good cue to look another. Sweet. Are there any questions, points of feedback, things you guys noticed throughout the movements that you thought were pertinent, relevant, useful things, stuff you tried previously that you haven't before?
Did you guys go over any like specific tactics at the beginning?
Just a very basic overview. So things like avoiding fatal funnels, things like fragging known occupied zones before pushing through, things like not doing immediate triage, fighting through contact before going back to treat, pieing to clear an area. Very, very basic, just core techniques that they can just take and run with immediately in the co-op.
Did you cover going like opposite directions when you enter a room?
Not specifically. You're talking about like doing points of domination in a space?
Yeah, and like what do they call it? Hook and cross.
Yeah, button hooking and things like that. That's more... It's good CQB theory, but broadly it doesn't really work terribly well in Arma, because when someone gets shot in a door and goes down, that doorway is sealed off. You have to like vault over a person to get through them until they're killed.
I think it's good for making sure that people don't die in the doorway, like having people spread out and move to opposite sides immediately.
Yeah, getting through and out of the way of a fatal funnel, super duper important. That's honestly, yeah, that's a good point to emphasize. Any other things you might notice?
Something else I found useful is when you're covering a sector, call it out so everyone knows you're covering it, and then
yeah,
you don't end up with everyone. Yeah, you don't end up with everyone looking the same way.
I'm looking down the street. I've got you covered. Just short little blurbs that you can send locally. You always want to be a chatterbox in CQB. I know there is the element of silence and sneaking up, but once that's spoiled, once you're in the firefight, go loud as fuck. At that point, do whatever you need to give as much information to your people as possible so that they can respond accordingly. That's that orientation part of that ODA loop. Those are kind of the core concepts I wanted to touch on tonight. If you guys are interested in doing another sort of exercise like that, we can set it up. But otherwise, we are kind of hitting at time tonight. Are there any questions? Are there things that you want to cover that weren't covered tonight you think should be? Again, I'm trying to condense books and books of theory and knowledge and applicability into what's actually going to be useful with game logic and game mechanics.
Do we have time for one more run?
I got time for one more run. Yeah.
I can put on I
Yeah,
can put out some contact at the South Flag. How about that?
Yeah, let's put some contact at the South Flag complex. We'll do it. Let's do a bit of an irregular one. I'm going to give you a box that bleeds into some of the surrounding area. I think that was a really nice one, just like little groups of 2 or 3 people definitely worked well for just challenging us and getting us to maneuver. So let's do that again.
Got it.
Do you want to drop my body from the squad? It's the way
I'm not sure you can do that for my butt.
You can like ask for a sit rep with the command.
You can do that, or you can go to the team management section under squad, and you can drop them that way as well.
Okay.
Cass, that just looks all kinds of wrong.
But yes, your goal is to turn the south flag. I'm gonna throw something unexpected at you. That's.
If you want to do a light vehicle contact, just like at most a technical, that could be an interesting centerpiece to this.
I'll throw you a curveball.
We can handle curveballs.
Yeah, let's do like
Something
3
mobile.
BDRs.
3 BRDMs, got it.
And 2 tanks.
So I'm going to quickly just reset everybody's gear as well. So they've got ammo, they've got meds, they've got smoke, they've got all that good stuff. Make sure you all grab optics you like. If you didn't retain them in that reset, you'll have that for like a couple seconds.
I'm glad the
Like
gun
30
already comes with
seconds
the
you
best
got.
optics.
Okay.
Just to set expectations, it'll be a little dense. They want that flag. It's ready.
Beautiful, thank you. Let's go ahead and Emma, I'll get you on my team. Sweet, we got 3 groups here. Perfect. All right, so initial plan for this one, we're going to be taking that South Flag sector. We've got some surprises apparently waiting for us in the area, so I'd like to hopefully get a little bit of observation on that. We're going to have the long axis here with red team, just looking down the street, giving observation down there. I'm actually going to take yellow and white. We're actually going to maneuver down to this corner and get eyes down and see if we can at least screen a crossing for there. Once we do that, I'm probably going to just shift us back a little ways through the compound, secure red's advance. You can probably move along the right side of the road through those buildings. There's a couple little alleyways you'll be able to have hard cover behind, and we can slowly just coalesce from that top section. I'm going to do zoning for this objective using that road. Actually makes it pretty explanatory. So we're going to have zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4 broadly to help us orient where we're seeing contact and what we're clearing through. We're both going to press into zone 1 at the same time, red from the north, yellow and white from the west, and we'll just screen through that. Just with the way the compound is looking over here, we have a lot of coverage to the east and west. We don't really have a lot looking north and south. So I'm imagining red, you're probably going to be setting up another point right here, potentially looking down. If we can screen for you and get eyes out at this section here, maybe look around, hold that corner and move through, that's probably going to be our best insert point. Otherwise, we're going to need to go all the way around, come in through the open fields and move through using those walls as cover. So this should be a pretty sweet and easy movement. Any questions from any teams?
One more time from red.
Yeah, one more.
After we maneuver into the your red box here, what are we doing again?
So red is just going to be holding at this corner, potentially moving around this one to sweep through, dependent on contact. What we're trying to do is just clear zone by zone. So you're going to have yellow and white support over on the west side, where we should be able to get angles coming from this alleyway or this one to hopefully get eyes out into zone 3 and screen for you to push up and help support us. And then from there, ideally, we can push out into the other zones. But I'm expecting this whole cluster of buildings here to be just a massive point of blockage for us being able to see east until we clear around it.
Okay. All clear over here.
Sweet. With that said, any
sorry,
questions?
Can I bring one thing up?
Yes.
Just something I was just reminded of because we're splitting into small teams here. When you're dealing with urban terrain like this, really complex terrain, it's a good idea to maintain a small footprint as a unit. So, like, moving on the same path that the guy in front of you moved has value in that you're moving through the same lanes of observation as them. You're minimizing the enemy's ability to spot you. Also,
similar points of travel.
In situations where we're dealing with like explosives, IEDs, mines, that kind of thing, you're exposing yourself to less risk. So pretty much up until you make contact, it's a good idea to follow very closely the exact same route that the point man is taking, because it's known good, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think our general path, honestly, sticking with a little bit more creation, we can move red even further up on that, is going to be something like this. We'll initially start off down the main road, potentially react to contact down that road and get inside the alleyways of this larger clustered complex here, and then from there we can figure out what our keyholes are going to be to start sweeping through zone 1. Ideally, red will be able to get you holding some of the major lanes down the roads. All right, so for this exercise, I'm going to have my red team on point again. Mosaic, I'll have you be point man for this movement with Cass and Bowman trailman. Then we'll go white in the middle, and yellow is going to be maneuver element to the rear. So let's go ahead and step this bad boy off. I think Athena's ready for us.
Alrighty. Hey Bowman, you got binos, yeah?
Yes, I do.
You might want to glass your way down south.
No eyes on contact.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's take it and move fast then. We don't need to hold here if we can get around to our point. Yeah, all teams, let's get boogieing.
Oops. Contact left side.
Sick.
Yeah, we're screening right. Hey, I've got close audio on our left side here. Yeah, red, go ahead and hold down the road. Yellow, go ahead and shift over with us. We're going to try and get through this building. I see a doorway we can insert through. Go ahead and breach and clear that, yellow. Yeah, red, hold this lane here until we can get through that.
Oh yeah.
There's close audio somewhere.
Covering the left side of the road.
Yep.
Oh, yep, I hear him. Yeah, Emma, we're just going to trail right at their 6. We can also hold around the side as well. Enemy fire! Oop, yep, contact southeast, outside, 2nd story building, 100 meters. Contact's clear. I've still got close audio somewhere to our southeast. Yellow as soon as
rooftop, left side.
We'll probably try and position on that.
Yeah, we can pass through.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's get you out.
I think I saw that. I don't think I killed
I see a Humvee southeast below the tower.
Bowman, you watch that. I gotta reload.
Alright, covering.
Alright, I'm good.
Alright.
Courtyard secured. If you got elevation advantage, let's use it.
Vehicle coming west. Due south.
Yeah, let's prep 18.
Staunton's down.
Alright, I'm gonna try
Toxin's
to
dead.
cross and move up ahead of
Good copy.
Casz over there.
Go ahead and
Alright.
grab his AT.
Casz over, I'm crossing, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Likely gonna need that pretty soon here.
Don't go up too far.
Yeah, vehicle contact southeast. I'm throwing smoke out that way. We are moving west. All teams shift west.
Yeah, I've got you covered. Moss, can you stretch us further down the street? Yeah, I'm with you. I'm on your 6. All teams, we're gonna be moving down this road.
Something shot at me coming this way.
Yeah.
On the left.
Yes, watch your sectors.
Alright, can someone watch the west side? The west direction here?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch west here, just pieing east. Hold on. That vehicle contact is gonna be down the road. I've got one down the way. Dead. Okay. Yeah, west is still gonna be.
Alright, I'll hook around with west.
Go and button hook with me. Whoa!
Oh, Vic.
Yep, that's the vehicle.
It was in the smoke, I didn't spot it right away.
I can try and blow it up.
We can definitely go for it, but I'd like to
I
get
got
you
you,
a
bandaging.
little bit closer. Raj,
I'm above
I'm
you.
gonna give us a smoke
Behind us,
across.
here. East, northeast.
As soon as the smoke goes up, we're gonna be able to push across and get southbound.
Alright, I'm keeping security south.
Yeah, there's definite enemy presence moving up on us.
over this wall.
You see him at all up there, Argyle?
No.
Okay, they're close. Ooh, he didn't like that.
I think he's right over this wall.
Yeah,
My
we'll find him as we continue to push south, though. Let's get across the way. We've got smoke cover.
Okay, covering east.
Move before it goes. Move before it goes.
Mosaic's down.
Shit.
Okay, we do have contact east.
Mosaic is dead.
You got that AT ready, base? Let's try and see if we can get that dialed in on that.
There's a guy close to our north.
Yeah, right now we're trying to get eyes down the way. Wait for that smoke to clear. Ooh, shit. We're getting ripped up by that.
I think we can.
Oh, the
Okay.
corner.
Hey,
Yeah,
north people, you guys
that's
still up?
kind of crazy.
Anyone still up north?
Move them
Alright.
to a more
Okay, well,
obviously visible
That's not
position.
good. We need to take that vehicle out. That's a priority.
Alright.
I gotta be real, but I think the smoke hinders us more than it hinders the AI by a lot.
Get that AT ready, close.
Like I was taking rounds from that Humvee and it was completely obscured in smoke. I couldn't see it at all, and it was just
Yeah.
like hosing. Like when I peeked the corner, it started shooting at me. When I hadn't been on the corner before, you know. Like
Movement outside. They're definitely.
Whatever.
The other AI saw you, and then the MG opened up.
I mean, the first time I hooked around that corner though, like I know it was the Humvee opening up because I could tell the sound of the gun.
I think the guy that killed me was obscured by smoke too.
Here, I'm gonna breach and clear this.
I know I definitely got shot through smoke the first one we did, where the other two got shot before
First
me.
one's clear. Reloading.
Of course, the AI in the gunner seat decides to go look at the garden over there.
Took the gunner out.
That angle. Good. Gunner's dead.
Whatever.
It still rotated after he died. These guys reposition.
Athena, can you turn the AI on the roof to watch the doorway?
They hear the babble, so it's fucking with their AI.
Frag it.
Frag it.
Good.
Yay.
Not the best position, but
Still got him.
Nice.
did the job. And that's the ball game, right?
That's the ball game.
Antares didn't know that.
Wow.
They can clear all the buildings.
You have to clear all the buildings.
Running it where sometimes it's hard clear, sometimes it's soft clear, just to get people used to marking buildings and everything.
All right.
Well, thanks, Athena.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was really good.
Shit, thank you. We'll get slotting open. For final thoughts and all that. Casz. Do
You
that.
may need another squad. There were what a
Are they? Let's see. Oh, there they are. Perfect. There we are. So let's take a quick little review of everything. That vehicle was vicious. It was just murking people as soon as they saw people through the smoke.
I called it out on radio. Did anyone hear me, or did something go
Yeah,
wrong?
we called it out. I was just trying to screen so we could cross and come from behind it. But
Okay.
unfortunately, I think everybody on the north side of the street got murked before we could get everyone across.
Yeah, I'm finding the smoke is only really useful if you're not planning to shoot at the bad guys at all, because they seem to be able to see through it better than we can.
They can, unfortunately. Works great against players, though.
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts on that movement, observations that you guys had as teams? What worked well? What didn't? What are some takeaways you got from it?
I noticed there's a dead body lying on top of my dead body, and that's a bad thing.
Yep, they peaked in the same spot and got murked immediately, which is unfortunate. Yeah, never wanna stand where somebody else has died.
I'm not sure if
Tends to
there's
go
anything
poorly.
I could have done differently on that roof, clearing up there.
It was a good clearing. It was just unfortunate. You had two guys against one immediately dialed on you, so.
Yeah, it was very bloody. There was a lot of Op 4 compared to Blue 4.
And understandably too, this is like kind of more dastardly and hard than it's going to be. Even against players, it tends to be like a 1-to-1 or close to 1-to-1 ratio. Against AI, we're also going to have supporting elements, sectors that we're moving through and supporting each other in. You have a lot more available fire and people covering angles than we do with just a single team moving through a town. So that's something fun to also keep in mind too for the long co-op.
I feel like I'm moving simultaneously too fast and too slow.
It's so hard to gauge how the flow of it is. You kind of want to ride that wire is the only way I can say it from having done it a lot. I feel like if it's like making a speech. If you feel like you're moving too slow, you're probably moving just right.
Do you feel that way, Stockton, because you're doing a lot more than what you would usually do in this kind of environment? Like you're trying to keep track of more things and it's slowing you down?
No, I think I'm doing what I usually do, but it's trying to work around other people. I think is like they might move faster than I think I should be going, or I might move faster than they're moving. So I don't know.
And that's where individual team collaboration comes in. You can tell somebody, hey, dude, like we should stop and go a different way. If there's no reason we should have lost so many people to a machine gun over there. That's a good point where we could have said, okay, you know what, shit, we got some people across. Let's find a different way, or let's try and pivot that other team around to take the attack to the vehicle.
Yeah. But then again,
that's just individual action. But hindsight is always 20/20 with that.
It's what you know at the time.
I think the key to applying your own initiative is to communicate what you're doing.
Yeah.
And when you have the time, why you're doing it.
Like, notice what I was doing throughout the entirety of that last 3-man breach through it. I was constantly saying, hey, like, I'm going to open this door and go through, flow with me. Hey, this first story is clear. I'm injured. Move past me. You can work and collaborate really quickly with people on an individual level to move, bound, and screen through rooms. But it's just being a chatterbox is my best recommendation personally. I'm a fucking nonstop jabberer when I'm going through CQB.
Thanks.
Yeah, no worries.
I also think that with practice with your buddy team, you'll get to know their movements and they'll get to know yours.
Correct. I mean, like when we, and you can speak to it too, Stockton. When you practice this shit, you are doing it over and over and over again through the same rooms with the same people for weeks, months. You learn to eventually just wordlessly, for the most part, move through and clear a room. But when you're just getting to get a feel for somebody, how fast they want to move, what their pace tends to be, their strengths, their weaknesses, it takes time to pick up all that stuff. It takes reps. So what I've really hoped to kind of showcase and do through this Tactics Tuesday are the general principles, the theory behind things that are going to help you develop your skills in game. But broadly, that's only really going to come on its own as you play consistently with it, as you practice with it, as you get your reps in and find the teammates that you mesh well with. My biggest encouragement is to be a fucking chatterbox, to say what you're doing. It sounds kind of nonsensical, but trust me, it works. Hey, I'm going to open this door and go right through in 5 seconds. Are you good to move with me? He gives an affirmative. I know they're there. Okay, cool. I'm pushing. And you just narrate your whole way through a room, like telling a story.
I think that's really important, especially at the early stage of this whole little thing you set up. Like,
yeah, you can always move to speaking less, to communicating less, to making less noise, but at least initially for purposes of this, and we do the same thing in our drills starting off on a fresh team. We say, tell the story. What are you doing? Hey, I'm moving up to the doorway. Stack on me. Okay, 4 stacks here. Point man, go ahead and set up for the breach. Sweep. Okay, cool. Doors clear, doors unlocked. Oh, we need, a breach. Yada, yada, yada. We're narrating the entire way through it so that we're coherently working our way through it. And that's what slows us down. That's what keeps us at a good working pace. You never want to move faster than your own narration through it. So that's a good way I keep myself from kind of stepping on myself in that Odo loop and making sure I'm really taking the time to observe my situation before I respond to it, so that I can orient and say, like, okay, cool, here's what I'm dealing with, and then make my decisions and acting on it. Where people will run into critical mistakes in any of the CQB, forest, anywhere, it doesn't matter, is that they skip that observation and orientation. They just make a decision and act spontaneously without considering everything they have available to them. And that was showcased today, things like Casz deciding to use smoke in her push. Super duper smart given the close proximity. We have a bunch of tools available to us. We have frags, we have smokes, we have GPs, we have AT, we have an AR. You can absolutely hose through some of these buildings and windows and penetrate through walls with a good spritz of fire. So sometimes you don't even need to really see them to be able to suppress an area. There's all sorts of considerations and shorthand ways that you'll develop the muscle for with rep over time.
Yeah.
And if you really want to actually dive into like the legitimate theory, I've I've got so many books on my shelf I could throw at you that are really good at showcasing the proper flow through of meticulously educating yourself on this kind of theory. But this is just the high level. I just want to touch on the key considerations with you tonight, so you just start to see it at play.
We will say this mission isn't about this TT isn't about the LC, though you've been mentioning it a lot. It should be a lot more lenient in that setting compared to here.
Yeah, because again, you're going to have multiple teams supporting each other. You're going to have designated sectors. You're going to have a coherent, meticulous plan to work off of and orient off of. It's much easier in a nutshell. Like, to be honest with you, CQB is kind of an afterthought in modern war, because half the time I'm not even going to say I'm just going to frag the bejesus out of it. I'm just going to either call in air support, or I'm going to point to my Bradley and say, hey, Bradley, index HE. I don't want to see that building, and it's fucking gone.
Yep.
Actual breaching and clearing. It has good application, but broadly you're going to have other assets, and we'll have other assets in the context of our combined arm gameplay that'll come into play for that.
It's actually all infantry. There's no assets.
Really? Oh, do we at least
assets.
have machine gun teams?
No, you have
my.
your auto riflemen.
Oh my, okay. Well, I spoke too soon. I thought we'd at least have like a machine gun team. Hot damn. That'll be fun.
No assets.
Okay, well, and I hope y'all been paying attention then. This is going to be way more relevant then. Fuck me. All right, sweet. Well, if you guys have any questions about it, just feel free to ping on me. I could literally talk for days and days about stuff like this. So if you have questions, if you have comments, insights, ways you think that something like this could be more structured or improved for future TTs, I know it's an interest that a lot of people want to dive into. So I want to just think of fun ways I can make it structured for you. But other than that, I really appreciate everyone coming out. Let me know what you thought of it. Thumbs up, thumbs
great.
down, whatever I can do to improve and keep giving you guys interesting tidbits of knowledge.
Yeah, this was great. Thank you.
Thank you. That was really good.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I wish I hadn't
Thanks,
slept in and missed that.
I had a good time.
Where is Emma?
Hey, ping us whenever you.
I think
Emma
Emma had
disconnected.
to. I think Emma had to head on out.
Yeah.
Antares,
ping us whenever you run that TT next.
Ah, we'll do. What were you saying, Sokka?
I was just going to, well, in the first exercise we did, they made the plan on the map, but then got surprised by what was on the ground. I was just going to suggest that a very brief leader's recon might be helpful in certain areas.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, ideally, you're always doing a leader's recon, but this was more so for like the pure get in there and shoot stuff kind of stuff we'll be running into.
Yeah.
But yes, in the practical, you will have set up and observed the general area you're going to be pushing through for long enough to at least get an idea of, like, we would be aware that there's a vehicle in proximity somewhere inside here. We would be aware that there's probably X amount of infantry probably operating in the area.
Oh, I meant more just like, there's a shitload of bushes and there's some fences we can use that aren't obvious on the map.
Mm-hmm. Things that we can only see by just sending people to forward observe. Okay, that makes sense. I thought you were speaking more of like in the context of information and other things that would broadly be done before movement.
No, I just meant like you could do a short halt.
Send a buddy team up to observe.
Yeah, and then adjust the plan from there.
Yeah. And for that, I mean, honestly, I would probably use the AR team, since they've got a binoc equipped and a nice little machine gun to lay down hate on what they may possibly encounter. But obviously, a recon like that, you don't actually want to engage if at all possible. That's an observe and report kind of thing.
I've got a curiosity for Stockton and Antares. Have y'all the operation that I PL'd a couple of weeks ago, where I intended to pull the ARs into a specific squad. Do y'all still do that?
Like a weapons squad, you mean?
To take a platoon without a weapons squad and create one.
Oh,
Just say you have a base of fire team, basically.
I mean, you could. There's no reason you couldn't. But what I would say to that is that on the basic fire team level, you usually want at least one person with an LMG to be able to provide the suppression a fire team needs to be able to maneuver. If you gathered them all into a weapons squad, which you would typically have with that would be more specialized assets. That'd be your MMG, like a 240 Bravo or an HMG if you're able to if you want to carry that fucking tripod around. Hate that thing. Am I bleeding? Oh, I'm bleeding. Whoops. Hold on. I was wondering why I was starting to see white. Let me heal myself real quick. Thank you.
Kind of reminds me of the Korean War, World War thing, where they have the fire element and the maneuver element separate.
Yeah, and broadly, that's still how we operate today. Is that you're basically working in rules of three. You have your base of fire element, you have your maneuver element, and you want a support by fire element, ideally. And that lets you. I could even draw it on the map. So if we were trying to, I don't know, maneuver across, let's say the field to our east here, you basically want it in almost kind of an L shape. So you would have a base of fire element broadly right here. You might have a support by fire element at an angle to that, able to provide fire across a wide way, and they would essentially be facilitating a maneuver team, a third team that might be moving Hollywood, that might be moving California, depending on where the most likely flank is going to be to able to do that. But let's just say they move left, for example, and they're moving around that way. At a certain point, we would call for support by fire to shift fire or lift fire, and that maneuver team would then push through that sector that we've encountered those enemies and clear that out completely. Base of fire would also likely lift during that time, dependent on how cleared it is, and push through too. And by doing that, you basically sweep through that known enemy area, clear that out, and then you'll set up things like DPW. You'll take prisoners. You'll check for casualties. Do your lace reports. Stuff like that.
Each one of those elements is a fire team?
Each one of those elements broadly would be a team level element, yeah. So in the context of how BW tends to run it with two fire teams, this would probably be the BW squad element right there, and this would likely either be an alternate squad element supporting us, or it would be a specialized asset like our 3-man MMG team that'd be attached to it. But in the context of the Army, that's a whole squad in and of itself. You'll have specialized anti-tank assets, so you're carrying around your javelins and shit like that. Weasel Squad it's pretty fun, but you're definitely running thick. It's a lot of ammo, a lot of rounds.
What I was talking was more like how they would have a 9-man squad. It'd be 2 teams, 1 6-man team with 2 bars, and 1 3-man team of riflemen who are the assault team. Like that kind of setup is what Arnell was saying. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, I mean you could do that. There's no reason you can't, but I mean broadly for how we're structured and what weapons we have available, and just for doctrine purposes too, it's good to have some measure of suppression capability available throughout all your teams. The LMG is the most casualty producing weapon for a fire team, far and away.
I think it's just good for gameplay as well, to keep the teams flexible so that you don't have one team stuck on support all the time. It's just more fun for people when they can change roles.
Yeah, it allows you some flexibility. Stockton, what are your thoughts? I know I've been blabbing a bit.
No comment.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Sweet.
Tomorrow night.
Have a good one, guys.
Sounds
See
good.
you around.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, appreciate y'all coming.
Yeah, it was fun.
Have a good evening. I have to go get dinner. I'm like fucking 3 hours late to it.
Oh my lord.
Good luck.
Eat.
Yeah,
I had
I'll see
to-
you tomorrow.
Goodness.
I had to do an orientation and then immediately went to this.
Oh my god.
Hope you don't have a
Athena,
date
thank
waiting on
you.
you.
Thank you for Zeusing, but fucking eat something. Holy shit.
No, BW before self-care. Oorah.
No
Hell yeah.
fucking god damn no. No.
I ate earlier.
Go
I ate
feed
earlier.
yourself.
We ate
Yeah,
earlier.
fine.
We
I'll
ate
see you
fucking...
tomorrow.
Hey guys,
Yeah,
guys,
peace all.
Peter.
guys, look what I found.
Huh?
Your channel.
What the fuck?
User disconnected from your channel.
What?
What happened?
Hey guys, look what I found, and then everyone gets disconnected. What?
Wow.
I was cooking a frag. I pulled out a frag.
No, that was a frag. I just
It
ended the mission before I
completely
died.
like crashed like 4 people out.
No, the server closed. They ended the mission.
Yeah, we ended the mission, so it closed out.
I didn't see that. It just smash cut.
Oh, weird.
Okay. Anyway.
Alright,
Very
good
well.
to do all.
Antlers, it's gonna take a long time for that video to upload.
User disconnected from your channel.
No problem. I appreciate you recording it though.